Right now it is 11:59. Exactly 11:59. All right. Have y'all heard and listened to Mayhem? I love Mayhem. I love Lady Gaga so much. I'm her biggest fan, and she's the only concert I want to go to be honest with you. And then she means so much to me as well. Yeah. Mother Mayhem. Mother Monster. Okay, so at this midnight hour, the Cinderella time, I am not wearing any heels or a shoe, just barefooted. I'm gonna be talking about 4 feet, four-legged animals, veganism as it is. Yes. I believe that the only purpose of me being here right now is to be just vegan. One of them. And I think that's the main focus that we should be looking at on than anything else, to be honest with you, because vegan is love at its own. For me, it's not about the food. Well, I'll get into that. Veganism is about being vegan as my own. I done it overnight. I decided to become vegan one day overnight, and then I was like, it's the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. And yeah. And I think that being vegan is so important, and it changed my whole perspective about what life should be, how life should be. And as a kid growing up, it is my very core memory of drinking or sipping vegetable broth. And it's a really big deal that I get to taste that when I was a kid and eat it, devour it. So I was eating chopped up noodle soup, vegetable soup. So it's a noodle vegetable soup. Being vegan is about the animals. It is for the animals. Only and alone it is. That's the only definition it is. Vegan FDA, vegan for the animals. Not for our own benefit, not for anything else, not for fitness, not for health, not for diet, not for food or entitlement, or it's not a trend either. Veganism, vegetarian, fruitarian, everything has been there for ages. It's been there since we were all here. From the very beginning, vegan began. I am so proud of myself for being vegan, and that's the only thing that I want to think about, you know? I mean, yes, going to church, like being all gospel or like being all that holiness is nice, yes, but I'm also like just very down to earth too. Like, I don't want it to be too much or too less of anything really. Lagom mindset. Yeah, I have that Lagom mindset always. It helped me a lot in my daily living, and it still helps me, and it'll help me for a very long time as I'm here, and so on and so forth. I love being vegan though. Everything when it comes to animals, I would do anything for them. So when it comes to like vegan makeup, for cruelty-free makeup, hair products, all sorts of beauty products for the animals that are not being tested on them or not using them as the ingredient of the cruelty-free makeup itself. So they mainly use rabbits for that one. And I'm so glad that we have cruelty-free vegan now with bunny faces on it that states it's a vegan makeup, a vegan beauty product. You can always trust a vegan product. That's what I'm gonna say. Vegetarian is fine. At least you're getting there towards veganism. And veganism is what it really is about, you know? You don't just stop from being vegetarian, you try to go vegan. And being vegan is the point of everything. to be honest with you. If I'm vegan, if somebody else is vegan, my family, and everybody else that is vegan, I'm very proud of them, and that is the only way that it should be. Have you watched Conspiracy? That is very, like, highly recommended. Everybody should watch Conspiracy on the internet. It explains everything, how hand in hand, how religion and veganism is one, and how, yeah, there's no religion, there's no label. But what I'm saying is that there was a question there that was asked from the audience to the speaker itself. The audience person asked, does God want us to eat animals? And that left me speechless in a very, very nice way. That, of course, the answer is no. God doesn't want us to eat animals. And He doesn't want to. He, she, God is genderless. God is a woman mostly. And what I believe in that question should be asked more, should be out there more, because yeah, that's what's stopping me and everyone else into going to places like where people go to, in the public, where they think that what they're doing is right, when sometimes and mostly they're not doing it right at all. And yeah, which is why I believe so that more people should be out there doing activism for vegans, for the animals, let alone themselves. Close those zoos, those oceans they're creating a park out of ocean. That is so vile, and I don't want to know about it. I just want them to shut down, even the zoos and everything that displays animals. And we're done with the makeup, we're done with the amusement parks for animals. They're jails, basically, in modern times, like circus back then. And we're going down from makeup, and now we're on fashion. So what I'm on is about fashion that uses snake for the bags, those designer brands and whatnot, down to like the general mass outfits for people, and any kind of brand, from fashion to shoes to everything, it should be vegan and not tested on animals, their skin, their fur coat, whatever, the fur boots, all of those things, they should go out. They're not the thing, they're not a trend. Animals are not objects, they're not our own to be used for entertainment or anything like that, to abuse them and eat them. I swear to freaking God that that's not how life should be, and that's not how life should work as. We can survive without doing all those things. Animals are like us, a lot like us. There's no difference between an animal and a human. We're animals too. And I don't get the point where people eat animals, because why? There are fruits, there are vegetables, there are nuts, there are other types of other living things that we can eat that are not of an animal, that doesn't have feelings attached to it. So animals have feelings. They're alive. Yes, they have feelings. Yes. But compared to the plants that we eat, the one that bears fruit, they don't have feelings. That's the difference. And with the domesticated animals, I know that we have our pets at home. Yes. I don't call them pets, I call them family. Animals at home are family. Because Why would a person get an animal with them? As a companion, as a best friend, as a family? Yes. I don't call them pets. I don't like that term. I don't like that word. Because pets means leash, cage, indoors, and it also means tons of other different things. Pets means to touch, to pet them, when animals don't want to be touched. Even humans don't want to be touched, right? So there's consent in touching. If you want to caress them, if you want to make them feel better or just greet them, treat them how you treat a human. Talk to them like how you talk to a human, live side by side by them. They're nothing different from a human who can speak a language, because they're an animal language too. And animals are a different breed. Humans are a different breed. But together, we are a living ecosystem that works hand in hand. Yes, definitely. I know that animals are being treated so differently in our modern day living many, many years ago until now. And there's a lot of improvements, yes, but the relationship between a human and an animal, people should start something and consider them as our own, because they are not apart from us. Without them, we are nothing. Without animals, where would we be? Think about it. No water, no clean water, no fresh water, no clean air, no clean land, no nothing without animals. Without trees itself. We don't cut trees. Without trees, where's our oxygen? Think about it. Nature. We have to maintain our nature. Cleanliness. Because nature is animals, everybody, everything. Plants, animals, everything. That is wonderful. And there's no such thing as a bad weather, just bad clothes. Yes. We listen and we don't judge. Yeah, stay warm, stay dry, stay cozy, everybody. This is Caitlin. And yeah, thank you for listening for me talking about veganism. Hold on. And have a very nice evening, morning, wherever you are on the planet. And stay cozy, stay warm, and love yourself, love your home, love your family. The animals that I'm talking about.